Hello, Wildcats! We are all so excited that some of you are returning to Walter Johnson High School for in-person instruction and learning. It's been 1 year since our staff and students left the building, and we have missed everybody so much. We're really happy that you're going to engage and be back at Walter Johnson. Our staff has been preparing for your return, and we are ready. I would like to thank our building services team for all of the work that they have done to help our building become sparkling, gleaming, our walls painted, our halls clean, our classrooms set up, and we are very excited that you will be returning to our building. I would also like to thank my administrative staff and all of the teachers and leaders and student leaders that have helped us think through the many safety guidelines that we have to follow if we're coming back into the building. I would also like to go over just a few things because things are different at WJ from when we left the building last March. Safety is our top priority. It's always been a priority, but now we have many safety protocols to follow, and we take this very, very seriously so we can keep all of our staff and students healthy and well. MCPS and our team have worked very hard to comply with CDC guidelines, health guidelines, state guidelines, and the many other protocols that we have to put in place for everybody to be safe. Today's video will walk us all through the many procedures that are critical to follow. Masks, social distancing, frequent hand washing, and sanitizing are not optional. They are a must for everybody's safety. Additionally, our students will be seated at all times except during our transitions. This includes lunch. I ask you all to work with us and the adults, then follow all directions at all times. Please know this is for our safety. I know that you realize how important this is and that staying socially distanced, wearing our masks, and washing our hands is of the utmost importance to help us stop any possibility of transmitting the COVID virus unknowingly to each other. We are so happy that you are returning soon. We know we can make this work. You will be seeing your teachers, you will be seeing your friends, you'll be making new friends and meeting people that you've never met before. And we are very excited that you will be here and have personal instruction with your teachers that you haven't had in such a long time. So Wildcats, welcome back. Work with us. We will make this happen, and I know we can do it. Thank you.
For students who selected in-person instruction, a mandatory health attestation form must be completed weekly prior to entering Walter Johnson High School. Students will enter the building in the morning through 3 entrances and will be greeted every morning by school staff. Students are required to wear a mask and practice social distancing at all times while on campus. Disposable masks will be provided if you forget to bring one from home, and hand sanitizer dispensers will be available at building entrances, classrooms, and common areas. Students who ride a bus to school will maintain social distancing on the bus with only 1 student per seat and wear a mask at all times. Bus riders will enter through the mosaic entrance from the bus loop and will go directly to the cafeteria. Students who are dropped off in the morning will enter through the main entrance and go directly to the student commons. If you arrive after 8 a.m., the bus loop can also be used as a student drop-off. Students who drive will park in the student parking lot and enter the building through the auditorium entrance located at the rear of the school and report to the auxiliary gym. All students that arrive prior to 8:45 a.m. should report to the cafeteria, student commons, or small gym depending on the entrance. If arriving at school after 8:45 a.m., you will report directly to your first class of the day. Lunch at WJ will also look very different. Students may eat lunch in the cafeteria, student commons, the auxiliary gym, or a classroom if permitted by the teacher, or at one of our outdoor designated lunch areas, weather permitting. Students will not be able to gather, sit, or eat lunch in the hallways. All students will have the option of bringing their lunch to school or receiving a free school lunch. Please inform one of our cafeteria staff if you plan to receive a school lunch every day. Breakfast will also be available each morning in the cafeteria. At this time, there is no open lunch. Students are not permitted to leave campus and are expected to eat lunch in one of those designated areas. Food delivery services such as Uber Eats, Grubhub, or DoorDash are not permitted. Food delivered by a parent, family member, or friend is also prohibited.
When students arrive to class, they should use the hand sanitizer and sit in their assigned seats determined by their teacher. You must wear your masks at all times and bring your assigned MCPS Chromebooks to classes every day. Most classrooms have a maximum capacity of 15 students and desks are separated 6 feet apart, all facing in one direction towards the front of the room.
All classrooms will be equipped with cleaning supplies as students and staff will participate in ensuring a safe learning environment. All student desks will be sanitized between classes. Our building service staff will be engaged in frequent cleanings throughout the school day.
At the end of class, students will wait to be dismissed by their teacher in small groups to avoid heavy traffic in the hallways. While transitioning in the hallway, go directly to your next class, following signage on the floor and walls with safety precautions and traffic patterns. School staff will be in halls to help our new students find their classes. Students will follow the one-way traffic pattern and down-only stairwell signs located on floors, walls, and recycling bins.
When walking in halls and stairways, students should stay to the right, avoid touching walls and doors, maintain their distance from others, and keep their mask on at all times. All of these precautions will help keep students and staff safe while moving throughout the school. All restrooms in the school have a maximum capacity of 2 students at any one time. You should check the number of people in the restroom and wait outside to wait for other students to exit prior to entering any bathroom. Some sinks and restroom stalls are closed or covered to ensure proper social distancing procedures are in place. As always, you must wash your hands thoroughly before exiting the restroom and returning to class.
If a student feels sick or exhibits any COVID symptoms at any time during the school day, they should notify a staff member immediately. The student will be escorted to the health room or designated quarantine location, assessed by the school nurse, and a parent or guardian will be contacted to pick up the student. Students who feel sick or exhibit any COVID symptoms at home should stay home and consult their doctor prior to returning to school. Walter Johnson High School will be implementing the MCPS support model, where students will receive in-person instruction while remaining enrolled and engaged in their virtual classes. Staff will work with and support students directly during the virtual class and when there are breaks in the virtual lesson. Many different instructional strategies will be used to engage both virtual and in-person learning. The daily class schedule for in-person instruction will align and mirror the virtual schedule that students have grown accustomed to all year. However, the student support session will be moved to the beginning of the day before the first class of the day. Students and staff will be home and not in person in the buildings on Wednesdays. Students will not be sharing any instructional materials, so it is important that students bring their personal school supplies and assigned MCPS Chromebooks to school every day. Students who do not receive a Chromebook will be assigned one through the remainder of the school year. It is not recommended that students bring their personal devices to school. We recommend students come to school at 8:45 if they are not seeing a teacher in the morning for help or receiving breakfast. In elective classes like art and technology, students will be issued their own materials. No lockers or locker rooms will be used, so dressing for physical education prior to coming to school is necessary. Remember, this is new for everyone, so please be patient as we navigate this new environment together. Walter Johnson High School will be offering extracurricular activities in person as well as virtual, depending on the club. Students will have the opportunity to sign up for clubs that they're interested in. For students that need transportation home, activity buses will also be provided. There will also be a shortened spring sports season starting on April 17th. Students will have the opportunity to try out and participate in one of our spring sports. For more information about spring sports, visit the WJ Athletics website, wjathletics.org. We are so excited to finally have students and staff back in our building. Although things will look and feel very different, if we all follow these important guidelines, we can ensure our students and staff experience a safe and successful return to school. Thank you for helping keep everyone safe at Walter Johnson High School, and go Wildcats!